Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Success Coaching for a Better World. My name is Coach Manny Nowak, and I'm excited to be here. You see our website at the top, you may see it at the bottom as well. You always get a hold of us. We got some great new stuff out there. Check out our website today. We got some exciting new things out there. Last week we were on the customer service thing. Today we're on sales. And as Mr. Paul Jeffers said, failure to hit the bullseye is never the fault of the target. No matter how much you try to go out there and beat up the target and say, it's the target's fault, it's not. Failure to hit the bullseye is always your fault. What is it you're trying to hit out there? What is it you're trying to make happen? Are you trying to get that raise? Are you trying to close the deal? Trying to get the proposal bought? All the things out there in life, whether you're a salesperson or you're selling, we're all selling. How are we doing? We have to be sharp. And that's why today I want to go through these 10 simple points so we can get to the bottom. We've got to close the deal, right? First of all, in the process, are you listening? Are you listening? Are you taking time to open your ears, focus, and really listen to what's going on? Because that leads you right into number 2. Were you listening? So many times when you can't close the deal, when it doesn't happen, when you don't hit the target, it's because instead of listening to what was really being said, instead of picking up what was really being said, you formulated your own concept in your mind. And then you wonder, well, why didn't the guys buy? Or gal buy? Because you didn't listening. So that's why the first 2 things are, were you listening? Were you listening to what was being said? Not what you wanted to be said. Not what you would like to have been said. Not what you thought was being said. Were you listening to what was really being said? Do you ask for the order? I know that seems like such a silly thing, and I know so many times we're out there laughing about it, but the bottom line is, did you ask for the order? You'd be surprised. People don't ask. Why don't they ask? Well, right there you see in number 5. Because they don't want to get no. People would rather go on forever than to hear those words. I'm not buying. But you have to always be ready for that. If that happens, it's better you get a no and get moving than to keep going on a sale that's never going to close. Try to close the deal again. Even if you can't get it closed the first time, how many people just walk away? Oh, well, they don't want it. Are you kidding me? Is that the way you were taught? If you can't close it the first time, come in from a different angle. Come in from a different size. We're not going to accept that, right? But are you comfortable asking the question and getting the no? Because eventually, you might get a no. And you have to move on. Don't sit there and be afraid to ask the question because you're afraid of getting no. Just figure out another way to make it happen, right? Keep trying. Let's move on. Do you walk in? And do you walk in and know the deal is yours? Do you walk in with the confidence? Do you walk in with the not cocky attitude, but do you walk in with the confidence that you're going to close the deal? Walk in. I wonder if I'm going to get this deal. I wonder if this is going to work. I wonder. I wonder. Or, I'd rather get shot down than to never get off the ground. Did you get that? I'd rather get shot down than to still stay on the ground all the time. You can stay on the ground by never asking, and you'll never get to know. Are you humble? And don't confuse humble with weakness. Humble means Are you respectful of your customer? Back to the listening concept, right? Are you humble? Most people are not. What is it that you're doing, and that I was looking at that for a minute, to make the deal so good? Have you practiced? Have you looked at it from all different angles? Have you put yourself into the customer's place? Have you looked at it? Have you ran through it? Have you gone over it? Have you gone over it? Have you gone over it? How many times do I talk about practice, 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 right? I'm always talking about practice. How many times have you gone through it so you can make the deal so good? When the customer says this, you already know the answer. When the customer goes there, you're already there. Gosh, how simple is that? Have you sold yourself? Has the customer, you got to understand, before the customer ever buys your product, your service, or anything else, they have to buy you. If my customers aren't buying me, if you're not out there buying me, you're not going to buy a thing that I'm selling. I can put this new book out, and the new book is ready to go out. I can put it out there all day. You're not going to buy it if you haven't bought me. And the same thing is with your customers. If your customers haven't bought you, you're done. You know that old saying, people buy, all things being equal, people buy from people they like. Well, all things being totally unequal, people still buy from people they like. So work on the relationship. And finally, do you think you need all this? Do you think you need to practice, to listen, to work it, to work it, to work it? If you want to be successful, if you want to be really good, you need to do all this. All of it. From listening, to asking for the order, to continuing to try to close, to be willing to accept no, to walk in humble but knowing you've got the order, to have practiced it, to have looked at it from every angle there is, to sell you and make sure the customer loves you, and to do it again and again and again. This is Coach Manny Nowak saying, you can do this. Remember, if you're not doing this, then you get what you need to help you. We have so much out there to help you. There's no reason you can't be successful. There's no reason you can't put it right dead into the bullseye. Coach Manny Nowak saying, have a great week out there. There's our website. You know how to find us. As always, it's my pleasure. Thank you.